Welcome back to the channel. It's time for TBT predictions. Hey, it's Scott Barratt and welcome back to the Burning Truth. And we're back once again with a man who is punctual as always. It's Matt Burns, everybody.
I try my best.
Only 3 minutes, mate. It's only 3 minutes. Don't worry, we're on.
No. I know we're on, but the difference is there was a good reason for it.
Yeah, and we are live here on YouTube. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Matt Burns, I think this one should go out on the RSS feed as well. I'm not sure what you think, but I definitely think we should get some predictions on the go.
Pretty much, why not?
So we're here for WrestleMania 41 predictions, and it is going to be a stacked 2 nights. But we are here live on YouTube. And if you're here with us, what we would love you to do is hit that subscribe button just below, hit the like, ring the bell, and help us get to 1,000 subscribers. That is the big plan. That's what we're trying to get to on YouTube. Please help us aim for that goal this year. We're just setting out, I think we're just shy of 210 subscribers so far, but every little helps. So keep subscribing, keep helping us out, and yeah, we can get cracking onto these predictions. Matt Burns, it's fair to say you are very, very, very excited for WrestleMania.
I am. I can't wait because it's WrestleMania to me is always the time where predictability can almost go absolutely out of the window. Anything can happen. Magical moments. And genuinely, when they say it is the showcase of the Immortals, it's got to be WrestleMania.
They mean it, right? Absolutely.
Oh.
And I tell you what I'm really excited for. All these matches, both nights, look at, and we're 4 days away, right? 4 days from WrestleMania. The card looks stacked, and I cannot wait to prove you wrong in these predictions, because for anybody that's been watching us for a long time, we've actually been keeping score all year. Matt Burns, can you please give us the scores on the doors for our predictions so far this year?
Right. We only made so far on the past 2 of PLEs, 4 for each, because we didn't have the full card. Right? So the Royal Rumble had a maximum of 4. The Elimination Chamber had a maximum of 4. And on the Royal Rumble, it was 2-3.
So two points for Big Scott Barratt, 3 points for the one and only Matt Burns.
Yep.
Okay. And then for the Elimination Chamber?
You may want to sit down. You may want to sit down. The guest got 3.
Oh, yeah, we had Gavin Tams on for that one, didn't we?
Gavin Roach, I believe it actually.
Gavin Roach, correct. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
apologies.
Yeah. Listen, people can get mistaken identities, cousins, brothers. Certain people do look alike.
What were the scores for the Elimination Chamber then?
For you, 1.
Oof. Bad night for old Scotty Barratt.
For me, 3.
3 for Matt Burns. So the scores on the doors as we speak right now are 6 for Matt Burns and 3 for Scott Barratt. So what we're saying is you've doubled my total so far. But we know that WrestleMania, it could all change. Right now on the docket, I think I've got 13 matches for us to talk through. And I've also predicted the order that they're going to be in as well. So we'll see how right or wrong I am with that, but there'll be no points for if I get the ordering right for the matches.
No. I'll be fair. I'll give you 2 if you get them all.
I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, so
if it does, I will give you.
I'll be honest, Matt Burns, looking at it now, I think my order's disappeared and it's reordered itself. That's XL for you. So let's start off with Saturday night's WrestleMania night 1, and the first match that I want to talk about is Jade Cargill and Naomi. So this is a rivalry fueled by sneak attacks, disrespect. Naomi blindsided Cargill during a backstage segment at the end of last year, sparked a bitter feud, athleticism on one side, power on the other. Could be a show stealer, Matt Burns. How do we feel about Jade, Cargill, and Naomi?
I feel that this is going to be really, really good. And to be honest with you, a part of me at first, heading into this, the whole situation, was a little bit disappointed that it wasn't Bianca. A little bit disappointed, a little bit. But Naomi, where's this come from? Absolute masterclass. Honestly, I think she's been an absolute standout for this. This is something that she has been desperately needing. And just the way she has carried herself since the whole turn and everything, even the promos that she's been doing, just the absolutely, setting it ablaze, just absolutely phenomenal.
Agreed.
Jade but at the same time, also causing Jade to have her first loss as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a little bit of icing on the cake there.
Come on, Matt Burns. What's your prediction? Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Let's get the first one in the bag.
A part of me wants to scream out Naomi because she feels like she's earned more from it, but I feel as though Jade will get the win because I feel as though Naomi's been on top of it more than Jade.
And that makes a difference for you, yeah?
I feel as though what they tend to do, they tend to give, usually, it's in some cases, usually, they normally give the person who is least likely to win, not the biggest up. It's like if you're on top and on the final moments, on the final Raw or the final SmackDown.
Yeah, I get you.
Odds aren't good.
No, agreed. So you've said Jade Cargill. I'm going to say also for Jade Cargill versus Naomi, my winner is also Jade Cargill. So I'll lock that in. We've both said Jade Cargill. How about that, Matt Burns?
I'm fine with that. I am, to be honest with you, at the moment in time, I'm actually putting these down for us.
Yeah, you do it, mate. You do it. Right, got the next match up. But before we do, let's just say hello. Got somebody on the chat. Hey, guys, Voltage Wrestling. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. I did check out Voltage Wrestling's YouTube stream today, actually. I was watching along for a little while.
Awesome.
Yeah, Sounds good watch. So everybody go and subscribe to Voltage Wrestling. Next match I want to talk about, Matt Burns. It's the World Tag Team Championships. How do we feel about the War Raiders versus the New Day?
Or more likely just the New Day.
Yeah, just the day. How do we feel about the New Day and the War Raiders, Matt Burns? Come on, give it to me.
Not much hype.
No, you're not feeling this one.
No, there's not much hype in there. I just feel as though what have the War Raiders done with the Tag Team Championships since?
Well, let me tell you about this feud in itself. So, controversial DQ finish last time. The New Day get another shot at the titles. And from this, I probably expect intensity, classic teamwork, maybe a bit of chaos as the aim. The New Day aim to dethrone the dominant War Raiders. And they have been dominant on the Raw tag team scene since they returned to action from injury last year. So, really interested to see what you think, really.
Personally, as much as it is, but what has the New Day done recently?
Some cracking promo work.
Or just cracking promo work.
Some cracking promo work, though. I mean, that's all Cody Rhodes has done for 12 months, and we'd say his title reign's been successful.
Just little bits, but I don't know why. I feel that they need to be having that championship to solidify their.
You feel like this is how they get more over, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
If they don't, where do they go?
Okay, so that's what you think. Is that your prediction? Then you're locking it in the new day.
I'm locking in the New Day because
the New Day.
The New Day. Because
I'm gonna go the opposite way.
Okay.
I think the War Raiders retain here. because I think the New Day need more to be annoyed about.
Okay.
Also, I think there is not I'm just looking at the cards, and I don't think there's a lot of babyface wins over the 2 nights. I think this is quite an easy one to give a babyface a win. So for me, it's the War Raiders. Also, Voltage Wrestling has come in. He's got some answers. He says New Day's new run is amazing. Agreed, totally. And he thinks that the New Day will get the title, same as you, Matt Burns. So you're in good company there. Can we move on to maybe what will be the sleeper match of the weekend?
Sleeper match?
Sleeper match. Ready? And by
Ready.
sleeper, I mean, obviously, like a Secret Assassin's going to be the best match of the weekend.
Oh, it's going to be
Rey
a stealer.
Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. So, a mysterious masked figure has emerged, mocking Lucha Libre tradition, calling out Rey. It's a battle of legacy versus disrespect. Rey's fighting for pride and heritage, and El Grande Americano is fighting for America. God damn it!
I saw a image recently that almost had me laughing so hard it almost put me. It almost killed me off. Genuinely, because I was laughing that hard. Somebody literally just went, "Hang on." You know, they did an image of R-Truth. I know who.
Are you trying to break the internet here and tell me that R-Truth is El Grande Americano?
No.
Oh.
No. But R-Truth turns around and I know who you are. But El Grande Americano goes, I am not Chad Gable. I never said you were, John Cena.
Very good. Very good. How do we see this going, Matt Burns, other than brilliantly?
It's going to be a great match. I feel as though this is going to be a Rey Mysterio. A Rey Mysterio win.
Rey Mysterio for Matt Burns, okay. Where do I see? I'm going to go opposite again here. I think I think El Grande Americano gets the win here. I just think, I just don't think it's done.
Okay.
This whole story, and if it is done, then it's been rushed.
Yeah, that's the reason why I've gone with Rey Mysterio is because I feel as though he can add more, or probably pull in the others to wear masks somehow and try and make out that it's not them.
Yeah, I definitely can see something fishy going on. I just think there's more for El Grande Americano to do. We've got Rey Mysterio, we've got Penta, we've got Rey Fenix, we've got Axiom, we've got Dragon King. Like, there's so many more masked luchadors for him to wrestle before he gives this up. I'm just all about it. Voltage Wrestling says, thanks for watching my stream, guys. Well, it wasn't guys, it was just me, I'll tell you. Matt Burns has been very busy this afternoon. He's had to count more predictions than we've got fingers and thumbs. But
I'm just glad I'm just glad you didn't turn around and say to me, do last year's. I was like, I'll be there forever.
Yeah. And Voltage Wrestling also says Demask Americano. So there you go. I think Grande Americano. Matt Burns reckons Rey Mysterio. Yeah, I feel good about that, actually. I think I'm a couple of points up on you now. I mean, maybe not, but there you go.
You still got to get another 4 ahead of me to get ahead of me.
Yeah. What about LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu, United States Championship? Ooh. I love you, Matt Burns.
As much as I would love, I would say LA Knight's probably been a really good champion, and he has. It's Jacob Fatu. It's going to be, because if he doesn't, right, take into account the way he's been carrying himself lately.
Yeah.
And
like
the
a champion, baby.
Anywhere he goes, he wins championships. Near enough every promotion he's been involved with, he wins championships. And the weird thing about it is he doesn't always go straight to the top. he always goes sometimes to that middle tier and then just suddenly just punches through straight into the main event.
I think this is where Jacob Fatu picks up the belt. I think he doesn't win here, and I think it's Solo's fault.
Ooh.
I think it's LA Knight. Yeah.
Oh, I completely forgot.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about that factor.
Well, I've locked it in now, so you've.
I've locked in mine.
Jacob Fatu, LA Knight for me.
That's gonna be a good match.
Right, let's talk about it, Matt Burns. Let's talk about it. Charlotte returns from injury to prove she's still the queen. Tiffany, the self-proclaimed center of the universe, wants to cement her place by toppling a legend. It's Charlotte versus Tiffy, and it's Stiffy time, everyone. You can get your It's Stiffy Time t-shirts at theburningtruthuk.com. On the merchandise page, we've got loads of good t-shirts, including the Don't Forget to Be Awesome t-shirt, the Excelsior 2 Thumbs Baby, and the It's Stiffy Time t-shirt. Make sure you get yours, theburningtruthuk.com, for all your merch. How do we feel about this one then, Matt Burns? Tiffy and Charlotte.
The question is it going to get personal again?
I mean, yeah, I hope so.
Oh, we're all hoping so. But a big part of me feels that Tiffany Stratton should come away with the win. I feel she should. This is WWE. It's not going to happen. It's Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. She steals championships left, right, and center because she wants to beat her dad's record. We know where it's going to go.
How many titles has Charlotte got now?
She's up there.
How many has she got? Google it quick. You've got your computer in front of you.
I'm just looking for
Just
you
so
now.
Everybody knows Matt Burns has got like 62 LED screens in front of him with all sorts of different information. It's where his Matt facts come from. You know, like the chair in front of all the screens.
The real question is, are we classifying the NXT as a world champion?
No, it's not a world title.
I thought she was.
It's not a world title. Go on, carry on.
Because she's got 6 Raw.
Yeah.
7 SmackDown.
Yeah.
A WWE Diva, because she was the final one.
Yeah.
And
that's 14.
Yeah.
That's good.
She's technically got 2 NXT women's.
Yeah, they don't count. So we're on to 14
Actually, no, they do count. Because answer me this, why was it that she was able to use a Royal Rumble win to cash in?
Don't start this. They do not count on the Burning Truth. NXT titles. Listen, if NXT titles count, then Adrian Neville is a world champion. Piss off.
So basically, he's that much of a bastard to you, is he?
Yeah. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's just not right.
And apologies
for world champion. Like,
I just thought to just use his nickname. I know we might get told
he's not a WWE champion. He's not a world champion.
Okay, I
have a hard time justifying that Jack Swagger was one. We the people. Right. You've said Charlotte. I've said Charlotte. We've locked it in. So Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte, neither of us can see.
Out of curiosity, I wonder what Voltage thinks.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll come back to us in a minute. Voltage Wrestling would love to know what you're on, or anybody else that's watching the live stream. Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton. Is it Tiffy time, or is it time for Charlotte to win her 15th world title? Don't correct me.
And break hearts.
Here we go. We got Iron Sharma, Tiffy. Oh, I'd love to see it. I just don't think it will.
As much as, like we just said, love to see it. You know, lately with my predictions, as I normally go, I normally get so close, it's like I'm always one off or something, if you get what I mean. I want this to be the one on the night one.
Yeah, I can't see it myself. I think Charlotte, but I mean, happy to debate it, and I'll be really happy to see it actually. So thanks, Ariane, for your comment. It's the big one, Matt Burns.
Already? No, you got me missing one somewhere.
I aren't. It's Gunther versus Jey Uso. Ooh. Ooh.
The promos on Raw.
Ooh. Got another comment from Ian Sharma. I don't think WWE is going to keep itself at a bad place by letting Charlotte win. I definitely think they will. But let's talk about Gunther and Jey Uso now, Matt Burns. Come on.
Yeah. This one's really tough. And it really is. Because Gunther has been on absolute fire. And depending on certain situations, it's like what's going to be next. But at the same time, you can't disagree that if Jade doesn't get this win, I feel as though this is going to be a slight on him a little bit, with the whole main event, Jey Uso. And it's going to hit his credibility massively, especially with what's gone on. Because I feel as though, at the moment right now, I feel as though Gunther's got the edge and Jay's the real massive underdog. But how much is our WWE going to earn from Yeetamania?
Yeetamania, we coined it on the night. I think so. Jey Uso punched his ticket to Mania by winning the Royal Rumble. Yeah, now he faces the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, now the World Champion, former longest reigning UK NXT Champion. Can Yeetamania main event Jey rise to the occasion? Is the question. Oyan says if Jey don't win, all his momentum and aura dies.
That's exactly
what I picked. Jey and Oshan says hi. Thanks, hi Oshan. Nice of you to be here. As always, get your predictions in the chat. I think Jey Uso wins here, Matt Burns.
Yeah,
and I think he wins and has a really short reign. Maybe he loses it back a couple of nights later on Raw, to tell the truth. But I think we get the moment at WrestleMania. I genuinely do. I think this is probably the opening match of WrestleMania completely. I think this is probably the opener of the show. I think he gets an absolutely enormous pop because everybody's excited to start of WrestleMania. Everybody's yeeting. And I think Jey does it. I think Jey gets the win.
It's a good one to you can't just pass on it, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, and I think he wins it. He probably loses it back to Gunther quite quickly. But I still think we get the moment on the show, similar to how a long time ago now we had a moment with when Zack Ryder won the United States title. Was it the United States? Intercontinental? One of them.
Oh.
But we had the moment on the night. Pardon?
You know what Gunther? What title he had?
No, said Zack Ryder.
Oh, Zack Ryder. It was the United
States. No, I think it was the Intercontinental.
Oh, you mean the WrestleMania? It was the Inter.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, just so we can get that huge babyface moment. So that's what I think, anyway. So I'm going to say Jey Uso for this one. What was your prediction, Matt Burns?
Jey Uso.
Jey Uso as well.
It's got to be. Now, I know what the number 7 is going to be, and this one can go.
Well, before we move on, just very quickly, let's just talk about. Aryan says Jey needs to win. He's 3-0 against, or he's 0-3 actually against Gunther.
Yeah, you can sit there and say that.
Is it his turn? Is it his turn?
The difference is if you've got a truly, what better way of putting over a truly diabolical heel than having him destroy your favorites?
Absolutely. Let's talk now about the biggest grudge match in the history of WrestleMania. Decades of tension explode. Punk's return shook Rollins, and Reigns sees both as threats to his kingdom. Paul Heyman's caught in the middle, and this one's got betrayal, legacy, and chaos written all over it. It's Roman Reigns, it's Seth Rollins, it's CM Punk. Ooh. Ooh. Come on, Matt Burns. What do you think?
Where do you go with this? Where do you go with this? A part of me has bounced around on this match. I've gone Seth, I've gone Roman, I've gone Punk, and I'm just now thinking, we already know who's going to be the deciding factor already. We know exactly the one man that's going to be the actual crucial defining factor. It will be Paul Heyman.
Interesting you say that, because Aryan says, I think Paul is going to betray both Punk and Roman and join Seth freaking Rollins.
Really good, and I thought that myself, and I really did. If this was a Vince idea, the way they were doing it, I would have said that without a question.
Bro, swerve.
This is Triple H's era right now. And this is the era of unpredictability. This is the era of breaking records. And I feel that's a red herring that they've just deliberately thrown out there. They've deliberately thrown it out there. Because if you just look at some of the comments that Triple H has even made, you know, I believe he says certain online fans crying over their winners not getting the win.
Yeah.
So in other words, he's got you to feel an emotion. So he's done his job.
Absolutely. So what are we saying?
I am going to
Bring you down to an answer today.
My answer's coming right now. I'm going to go with best in the world, CM Punk.
Best in the world! You can't see my arms, but I was doing the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm going for that because I think the big shock is going to be, it's going to look like he's going to side with the Rollins, but I feel as though he's going to inadvertently cost Roman the match, and Roman going to fall on heel mode right after and absolutely decimate individuals, including Paul Heyman.
Okay. Well, Aryan says Paul owes Seth a favor too, and he picks Rollins. But I'm going to go left field here, guys, on both of you. I'm going to go with probably the guy who's won more matches over the last 5 years than anyone. Probably the person who's won more matches over the last 10 years than anyone. I'm going, because we've got to keep Roman looking really strong, I'm going to go Roman Reigns. He's my choice. So we've got one for Seth Rollins, one for Roman Reigns, one for CM Punk. Anybody else wants to get their predictions, get it in the chat. But Matt Burns, that sort of caps out what we think night one WrestleMania will be.
Yeah, and I feel as though this is the one event I understand is it's the most epic. If I even lost on this or didn't do as well, I feel as though I still won because we've got some great matches, some great content, some great watches.
Do you know what I was going to say then? You know who the real winner is, don't you?
The fans.
Wrestling.
Matthew
Rodriguez is in the chat. Hey guys, have you seen the news of Mariah May? Matt Burns, fill us in on Mariah May. I'm not sure what's going on over there. That's just about AEW wrestling. RASSLIN, that's wrestling.
This might shock, but I'm just having to look it up right now myself.
Really? Matthew, see if you can fill us in before Matt Burns Googles it. What's going on over there?
Rumors has it she could be possibly due to be leaving AEW soon.
All right, okay.
And heading over to WWE.
You get choked in NXT.
I feel it wouldn't do her any good.
She's not a name I'm familiar with. Right. I'm just trolling now.
That is trolling.
Right, so Aryan, yeah, bros, let's discuss upcoming cards. Well, we're going to do that, Aryan, because now we're going to talk about night 2 of WrestleMania. So, night 2. WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, Matt Burns. One of only four women's matches over the entire WrestleMania, if I'm right.
Yep.
Yeah. And we've already talked about two. So here's the first of the second night. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. This feels a bit thrown together. So Bayley and Lyra Valkyria won a gauntlet.
Yep.
They went start to end on the gauntlet, actually, didn't they? And they earned their shot. And it's a test of chemistry and grit because they're going to face what can only be described as the battle-tested champions. How do we feel?
Do you want me to throw out the prediction right now?
Do you?
Easy. So it's retain.
A retain?
A retain.
Show your work.
Simply put, I feel there was something that happened recently on Raw when it was Lyra versus Bayley.
Yeah.
You saw the hesitation before the hug, the walk, the frustration.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling Bayley's going to be fully frustrated on the biggest stage of them all and pretty much turn on Lyra in this match.
In the match, you think?
During the match and literally feed Lyra to the wolves because she wants...
We're going to get some sort of Lyra versus Bayley.
Yeah.
Oh. I have a similar prediction. Maybe just different in my reasoning, really. So I don't really care about Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. I don't really care about Lyra Valkyria, which is probably the problem with her Intercontinental title reign. What I think is going to happen here is Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are going to retain because Liv Morgan's been one of the best things on Monday Night Raw for about 18 months now.
Yeah.
So that's my reasoning. Whatever happens with the rest of them, Bayley and I love Bayley. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely think she's phenomenal. But Lyra Valkyria has been a massive letdown on the main roster, and probably through no fault of her own. But that's where I land on it. Yeah. Oh, Jan in the chat. I think Liv is going to retain and later confronted by Alexa and Nikki Cross. We'd love to see it, but the Wyatt Six are on pause currently for a Bo Dallas injury. I believe, Matt Burns.
I believe it is a Bo Dallas injury at the moment. Yeah. So we're sort of...
I don't actually expect to see the Wyatt Six for
the only way they do the Wyatt Six without Bo is if she takes over it.
If who?
Alexa takes over it.
Yeah, potentially could do that. Yeah. Okay, next match. Ready for the next one? Feed me more. Not feed me more. We're having no Ryback at WrestleMania.
No, because I thought he was meant to be retiring because the poll said suggested to him he'll make sure to do the answer and he said please retire.
Yeah. So the next one is Logan's disrespectful antics led to this clash with AJ Styles. Veteran versus viral sensation. Can AJ Styles humble the influencer, or will Logan add another legend to his hit list? This is AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. It's Mav. Who cares, right?
Why is this happening at WrestleMania?
I know. Who cares? I could not care less about this one. I get that we've got to have Logan Paul on the show. I'm here for seeing AJ Styles on the show, but who cares?
I was genuinely more interested in seeing Karrion Kross on Raw than this match. Actually, seeing a Karrion Kross match actually happening because it hasn't happened in a long while. The man deserves more matches. But
come on, then. What do we think?
As part of AJ Styles, because Logan Paul had the upper hand on Raw massively too much.
Here's where I land on this one. Roman Reigns beat Logan Paul.
Yep.
Did Randy Orton beat Logan Paul?
Yep.
LA Knight beat Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio beat Logan Paul.
He lost to him for the for the actual United States Championship, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that just shows where they positioned Rey Mysterio compared to all the others. And I think it's a similar story with where they'll position AJ Styles. He isn't at the same level of popularity, I don't think, in the minds of the WWE execs. And that's why I think Logan Paul gets the win over AJ Styles here. I genuinely think that's the right thing as well.
So is that your way of saying you're Logan for life?
I'm Logan for now.
See what you did. See
I
what
did there. Right.
I see what you did.
From one really, and do you know what? This sort of proves my point, Matt Baines, what I said before. Night one, there wasn't a bad match. Night two, I'm gonna talk about the third match on the card here that I've got, and it's the third one that I'm really not bothered about. It's night two is never as good as night one on these 2-night WrestleManias. But before I do, Aryan Sharma in the chat once again. AJ has been vocal on many podcasts that the time is near to hang up the boots. And so I think Logan is going to sail over AJ. I agree. Yeah, I think Logan's going to get the win. Matt Baines is going to regret saying that. No. Right, let's do the third one, which is another match that I'm really not looking forward to.
Can I
Priest.
I was just about to throw in the prediction before you even mention the actual
let me
match.
take us through what it is. So it's Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. It's the Sin City street fight. The brawl's got too violent for the regular rules. Priest and McIntyre settle the score in a Vegas style in a no DQ brutal fight where only one man walks out.
And we care.
I mean, I couldn't care less, and I don't think Drew McIntyre could either. He's trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit here. This is the proof, though, actually, that Damian Priest is not a compelling character. He's not a compelling character. I don't get it. I don't get the whole Damian Priest thing. I never have. I'm sure he's a lovely guy, but does he deserve a match at WrestleMania against Drew McIntyre, who's been one of the best acts in wrestling for 2-3 years now? I'm not sure.
So
Aryan sort of agrees there. Drew is really screwed at Mania. No match for me.
Yeah, I just feel as though what have they done in this situation? They've hoped for Drew to elevate Priest back up into contendership area. And if anything, I don't think it's done. It hasn't done that. It's actually pulled Drew down.
I know. And now I think, though, are they going to double down and put Priest over to almost prove the point? That's the worry here.
What's your prediction first? Because
my prediction is Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I think he gets the win here.
I'm not
I think
going
he gets the win and he goes on to a title match.
I'm not going to hate saying this. Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
It's if Drew doesn't come out of this with the win, then I feel as though that's just going to be an absolute letdown.
Yeah, I agree.
And he has to win. If he doesn't win, in my head, it'll be what are they doing? What's Drew's future?
Yeah. Right. Shall we talk about something more interesting?
Please and thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what's more interesting. What's more interesting is if you're enjoying this stream, then please hit the subscribe button just below. It's free to do. It's free to like. It's free to subscribe. And it's free to comment and play along with us on these predictions. So make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, like the stream. We do loads and loads of different stuff on the channel. You can go back and find. We do watch-alongs of classic and current WWE. We do news stories. We do interviews with local wrestling talent. We do reaction videos. We do so much on the channel, and more is coming. So please make sure you subscribe and check it out, guys, because, I mean, we're doing our best for you. Right. Next match on the card.
Before you go,
yeah.
The next 3 matches, I think, are going to absolutely be good ones for night 2. Solid.
Yeah. So the next one on the docket is Intercontinental Championship. Bron Breakker, the champion, defends against Penta, Finn Bálor, and Dominic Mysterio. Ooh, is it the end of the Judgment Day? Talk to us, Matt Baines. What do you think?
I feel as though this is going to be absolutely phenomenal, and I say that, and it might cost me. It might actually, but at the same time, it might cost me, but it also might break a curse of mine. At the same time, be it either up or down. I'll be happy
We
if
don't do ups and downs on the Burning Truth, Matt Baines. You're on the wrong channel for that.
Sorry, we do side to side.
We do bangers.
Yeah, we do bangers. I feel as though whether this is a plus banger, negative banger, either way, if it breaks that curse, I'm happy.
So what are we saying?
Way. As much as I would love to go with Penta, I feel it's way too early for a championship. Okay. Bron's been an absolute great champion.
Yeah.
But I feel he needs to step up. So I feel as though it's time for the title to come off him, for him to go more further up into upper mid or main card. And I feel like it's going to be a Judgment Day win.
Yeah, me too.
But the real question is, which one? I don't know why. A big part of me feels that Dominic Mysterio is going to steal this win.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely, totally. I'm on the same wavelength. Bron Breakker, Penta, Finn Balor, Dom. It makes sense that it would be Dom, and then almost goes on to maybe feud with Finn plus a couple of the other guys on the show. He deserves it. He's been a fantastic character over the last few years. However, Aryan Sharma, I think it's Dom, an end of Finn on Judgment Day. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna swerve last minute though, Matt Baines here, even though I agree with everything you've just said.
Oh no, I've also got an extra swerve. If I've got an extra swerve to add, if you don't say it first, I'm gonna let you get yours.
Breakker wins. I think he retains, and I think he retains because he's absolutely unstoppable, and there still isn't quite room for him in that main event. So I think he retains here, and we get a few more months of him as Intercontinental Champ. I think they'll probably save Bron Breakker's title reign to be broken by a returning Bronson Reed or a debuting Obafemi.
Okay, but do you know what?
I think when he loses, it has to be the immovable object versus the unstoppable force.
The only question is, yes, we have seen certain vignettes. Do we know when Aleister Black's coming?
There's another good There's another good one. It's another good one.
And which show he's going to be on?
Yeah, we've no idea. Also, Rusev, right? Also, I don't know if you saw the news, Jeff Cobb signed with WWE. Like this week, like it's signed, done. 41 years old, 11 years after his Performance Center trial.
Yes, because this is absolutely stirred an absolute heat between New Japan Pro Wrestling and WWE.
Yeah. Aryan's got another comment in here. It should have been Sheamus making him a Grand Slam champ.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Where is Sheamus? Where's he gone? He's just in the gym with people at the minute.
He's in catering.
He's in catering. Right.
He's in catering waiting.
You've gone Dominic Mysterio and I've gone Bron Breakker for a retain there. Both very sensible answers, Matt Baines, if I do say so. Next, you've got what I actually think will be the match of the weekend. Genuinely, this is my pick for match of the weekend. It's Women's World Title. It's Io Sky defending her World Women's Championship against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. And I don't know how this couldn't be the match of the weekend. Really looking forward to it. It's a dream match in reality. Io Sky's agility, Bianca Belair's power, and Rhea Ripley's aggression combine. High stakes, title clash. The best three women to come out of NXT since the Four Horsewomen.
Yeah.
And we get them at WrestleMania in a huge triple threat match. I'll let you go first, Matt Baines, but I'm pumped for this.
History is going to repeat itself to a degree, I feel.
Okay.
And I feel that we may have inadvertently spoiled my answer with a certain watch along that we did recently,
Okay.
because a certain pattern sort of emerged from that. From, if you remember, because we just recently watched WrestleMania 24,
We did.
and we had a World Championship match.
We did.
That John Cena, Triple H, Randy Orton.
Correct.
Randy Orton was the champion,
Yeah.
and yet Cena and Triple H were too busy focusing on each other. Now, how did that turn out?
Randy Orton got the win.
Randy Orton got the win. And what's been happening with this triple threat? Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley have been up in each other's grill, not paying attention to Io Sky or respecting the champion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're going to put some respect on her name and her run when she successfully defends her Women's World Championship.
Okay. I can see that. I think that's a good shout. Let's be truthful. Any of these three women could win this match.
Oh, any. Massively deserving. To be honest with you, originally, I actually considered Bianca.
Yeah.
It was only because of the watch along. It sort of just went.
Yeah, and if you want to watch that, it's now in the archives on the Burning Truth YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, go to the channel. You can watch all those videos. Also available on podcasts. So anywhere you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcasts, just search for The Burning Truth and look for Matt Burns.
The championship belt.
The championship belt, absolutely. Aryan says, Bianca and Rhea ignoring Io during the promos might have indicated that this is going to be at Mania. Both Rhea and Bianca fighting and Io gaining advantage, which is pretty much what you just said, yeah?
Pretty much.
I think Bianca Belair, and I think that because there is no defined heel in this match, and we're going to need one as we go into this year. I think we're going to turn Bianca. I think there's loads of people that she can feud with. I think bringing her over to Raw is a really sensible move. I also think they might swap the tag titles after WrestleMania. I'm expecting some sort of draft. So I imagine the Street Profits will come over to Raw. Obviously, Bianca and the Street Profits existing relationship there. So I think Bianca gets the win and becomes Raw's heel women's champion.
Yeah. Okay.
And that leaves us, Matt Burns, with the main event of WrestleMania. Now, you can say what you want that there's two main events because there's two nights, but there's only one main event of WrestleMania, and that's the one that closes the show. The main event of WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes defending the undisputed WWE Championship against John Cena. The American Nightmare faces the face that runs the place, possibly in his final WrestleMania match. Well, it will be his final WrestleMania match. He's turned heel. He's got The Rock's backing, but where is The Rock? So Cody's got to defend not only his title, but also his legacy. Big word there. What do we think, Matt Burns? It's Cena. It's Cody.
Well, before I jump onto that, I believe we've just seen a comment just being thrown in.
Oh, about the women's match. Yeah, winner confronted by Becky. I don't think so. I'd ignore that, to be fair.
No. Not happening, and I can tell you exactly why.
Well, she said on stage recently that she'd finished, didn't she? But
yeah, she goes, never say never, but then she just literally just turns around and goes,
she could be working, right? She could be working. So maybe not. But let's talk about Cody and Cena, because that's what we're here for.
As a big part of me wants to say Cody Rhodes. A big part of me wants to say it, but it's not going to happen. I think some dreams are going to get shattered. I feel as though there's going to be, the crossroads are not going to go well for Cody. I feel as though it's going to go down to the why. I just feel the fact that The Rock has not been around, he is going to be a big factor at WrestleMania. We know he is. And the only thing is, as Vulture's just put in, Cena can bring back a new spinner belt. I think he'll tease it and bring something different. I don't think I think he will do the exact opposite to
he won't do
generate
fan
heat.
service.
He won't be doing fan service. I feel as though he's literally just going to probably, for all we know, he could just literally put his logo on over the actual WWE Championship and declare it's his.
Oyan says Rock and Travis going to join John. Bunny joining Cody. Not sure I see that.
No, I don't see the bunny.
Come on, Matt Baines. Let's have your big prediction.
It is going to be big match, and his name is John Cena.
I disagree. John Cena, arguably the biggest draw in the history of professional wrestling.
Yep.
One of three that can probably call him, that would be able to make a claim as the biggest draw in the history of professional wrestling.
Yep.
Yeah. Who's going in the Hall of Fame this year, Matt Baines? Who's going in the Hall of Fame this year? There's a match, isn't there? Is there a match that's going in the Hall of Fame this year? Is there an excuse to get Austin in Vegas over WrestleMania weekend? If Cena has The Rock, Cody has Stone Cold Steve Austin. Cody retains.
Like I said at the very start, even if I got all of them wrong, I will not. I'll probably cry a little bit for a moment for losing the predictions, but at the same time, I feel it would just be absolutely epic.
Voltage thinks that Randy Orton comes to help Cody and then turns on him to join John Cena and The Rock. Rock's tyrannical tactics, Oyan says, during the match will help Cena win his 17th title. Well, for me, it's all about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Nobody's talking about him, but there's a reason the WrestleMania 13 match is going into the Hall of Fame this year. It's an excuse to get Austin to Vegas, and then Austin will help Cody on night 2 of WrestleMania, like he should have done last year, but we got The Undertaker. And I wasn't mad about seeing The Undertaker, but I wanted Stone Cold, and I'm going to get Stone Cold this year. By God, it's Stone Cold! Stone Cold! And that is my prediction, Matt Baines. So we've got absolutely loads there. I did a full count. I think we've got 13 matches planned for WrestleMania. And that's not including any of the extra stuff they throw at us on the show. You know, we're in a world now where normally a PLE for WWE has 5 matches. We've got 7 announced for night 1 and 6 announced for night 2. So absolutely huge 2 nights of wrestling. I know we're getting together on Saturday night, not on YouTube, but to watch WrestleMania Saturday.
Fingers crossed, because I'll need to talk to you about that after.
Yeah,
possibly.
Cool. WrestleMania Sunday just around the next night as well. So we've got loads and loads going on. Oyan's asking who's the host. Oyan, with a card like this, mate, we don't need a host because we haven't even talked about Randy Orton's, surprise opponent that could be happening. We haven't done a prediction for it because we don't know who it is, but there's loads of speculation out there.
Shall we just throw one out? If
you really want to, yeah, let's do it.
Let's just throw one out.
Let's talk it through then. Randy Orton should have been facing Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens unfortunately injured,
which is unfortunate.
Yeah, huge unfortunate injury. Who do we think Randy Orton's going to face? Voltage thinks it's Nick Aldis. He's Bookie's favorite right now, Matt Baines. Believe it or not,
he's the
Bookie's favorite right now.
I would
Sammy's
love it.
Potential. Oyan agrees. It's Nick or Sammy.
I would love it to be Nick Aldis.
Yeah, it'd be phenomenal.
Because especially with the fact that Orton even literally said it on SmackDown, even hinted at it. You know what? I'm going to go with Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Nick Aldis.
Yeah, Jeff. I think I said to you on Sunday when we were doing the watch along that Jeff Hardy is rumored, and there you go. Voltage Wrestling says the same thing. Jeff Hardy rumored. So there you go. And that sort of rounds out our predictions. That's 14 matches then for WrestleMania over the two nights.
No. Nick Aldis is in the match, but we haven't said who won.
Randy Orton gets the win.
Randy Orton gets the win.
Yeah. It's a nice moment, but Randy Orton gets the win. Okay, I know
definitely.
And that is pretty much a wrap, Matt Burns, for our predictions video. I want to wrap it up now before we hit the hour mark. Emotional roller coaster is how I would describe that. I don't know how you feel about it.
Up and down, up and down. I'm just here for the ride.
Just here for the ride.
Here for the ride.
If you're here for the ride too, then make sure you help us get to 1,000 subscribers by hitting the like button. It's free below us, just somewhere around here, and the subscribe button, and hit that bell so you'll be notified every time we go live. There's loads and loads of content on the channel. Thanks for sticking with us tonight. There's also loads of places you can follow us on social media. If you just type in The Burning Truth pretty much anywhere and look for the championship belt, then you'll find us. Championship belt right behind Matt Burns. TBT Live UK on X and Blue Sky, The Burning Truth pretty much anywhere else.
Oh, and just a bit of a quick shout out. If you want to see Voltage Wrestling's predictions, he's actually doing some with his action figures tomorrow.
Yeah, so make sure you follow Voltage Wrestling. Great guy, great content, and great shout out. What do we normally say at this point, Matt Burns? Something about next time?
Well. I'd like to say thank you very much for all of you checking out this prediction for us. Honestly, it means the world to us. We definitely want you to see if you can try and get us more subscribers. As Scott has said many times, every little helps. But keep the fire ablaze. Help us build this wrestling community. And just so you know, make sure to always remember DFTBA, which of course means don't forget to be awesome.
I forgot to say, the champ is here.